everyone, and welcome back to Birdcage Craft Studio with me, Sue Ralph. Today I have a project to show you. It's to do with Milestone Birthdays, and the idea came about because we've just celebrated my mum's 80th birthday. I was thinking about putting a memory book together for her, but then I decided it would be quite nice that she could have it up on the wall all the time. And this is an idea that I came about with. As you can see on the table, I have one that I've put into a frame, which is for an 18th birthday. I'll see if I can bring it a little bit closer for you because it's got glass on it. You might find that there's a shadow. And as you can see, what's happened here is I've cut out the numbers 18, and then for the party we've put them out on the table, and friends have signed it all. So it's just a nice reminder that you can actually put into a photo frame and then have it hung up on the bedroom wall or in the living room, wherever you want to, as a reminder. I've also done another one for a 21st birthday. This one I've just actually made on cardstock, and I put a hanger onto it so you can just hang it up in the room somewhere. And again, friends have just signed the 21, and then after that was finished, I then put it together on the board. So I'm going to show you another one now. If I can just hook this one back up onto the birdcage. I'm going to show you how to do a sweet 16. So I'm just going to move these items back out of my way. Just pop them over here. And this time I'm going to make one on a canvas board. And this is what I've got here. If I just bring the camera in a little bit closer if I can, so you can see a little bit easier. I always seem to lose it, don't I, when I'm doing this. Whoops, no, wrong way, sorry. Right, so what I've done is I have a canvas board, and I've cut out some backing paper to fit it. So there's a canvas board, and this one is a 16 by 12. And I've cut out some backing paper, which I'm just going to lay out, and then I'm actually going to use some Mod Podge just to stick that on there. So if I just get the Mod Podge out with a paintbrush, what you want to do is you want to put quite a lot of paste onto the back. I'm going to do it on the canvas board as well, because it doesn't matter if you get glue on it because it's going to be covered. So just put a nice lot of glue just on the page. Okay, so there's the first one. And then I'm going to lay this on the canvas. Move these out of the way a little bit. And as I said, it doesn't matter what backing paper you use, just have a nice quality one, and then glue that down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some more Mod Podge just over the top, and this will help to seal it all down. So as you can see, I'm not trying to do this carefully. I'm just going to put a nice lot all over, and then that will stick down. And then I'm just going to cover this last piece of canvas board with the Mod Podge again, just like this. And then I'm going to pop the other piece of paper into position. And again, just using my paintbrush, and I'm just going to put some more over the top. And then you just continue until you've covered it all over. And this will actually seal it as well, because it's quite difficult to stick onto canvas unless you've got a really good glue. Okay. And then what I've done is I've taken a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. Just make sure I get all that spread down. And I've had to trim it to the size that I needed. As you can see, I've got a fold there, but that doesn't matter. And then again, you want to stick this down onto here. But what I've actually used as well is some strong tape, which I will take the backing off in a minute, but let's just give this a chance to dry out. So I'm going to leave that there, and it won't take very long. Okay, so I've got my piece of cardstock, and then what I did, I cut another piece of paper just to fit inside with a bit of a border top and bottom. And as you can see, I've actually cut out, this is flowers which I've cut on my Cricut. I was making a lot of flowers for another project, and I just thought, oh, I could use that waste. Well, it's not really waste because it's a nice pattern. So that was a flower that has come out of it, and I'm going to show you what you can do with that flower in just a minute. So again, what you need to do is you need to position this, but before I do that, again with my Cricut, I've cut out the sentiment sweet, which I'm going to pop just on the top of my card. See if I can get this in focus for you. And I'm just going to pop that just in the corner, and I'm going to use my Tombow, and I'm just going to put some glue on the sweet. If you want to, you can actually go around with some ink just to highlight the word sweet. But because I'm doing this video now, I've decided not to do it, just to give me a bit of time to finish this project off, because I didn't think you'd want to sit and watch me go all the way around. But I have actually done it to the 16. I don't know if you can see that very well. No, I don't think it's not picking it up so well. But I've actually gone round in a pink ink around the numbers, the 1 and the 6. So let's get our sentiment sweet. And then I'm going to glue this just at the top left corner. Okay, like that. Just press that down. And then I'm going to put some glue just on the back of my printed patterned paper. Just pop a little bit of glue all the way around, just like that. And then I'm going to lay this on top of the pink, close to where it says sweet, but making sure that I leave a border all the way around the side, equal border around the two sides. And then I'm just going to pop that down. Okay, just glue that into position and just press down. And then I've cut out 2 sets of the number 16. This one is going to be the top copy, which then I will put out for the party for people to sign. So you need to leave that to one side. And then the 16, another 16. Sorry, I got that the wrong way around. This 16, sorry, the first one, I'm going to actually glue into position onto my sheet. And then I've cut out a second 16, which I've gone around in pink. I've got the one that I was going to do in pink in a few minutes, and I've actually put foam dots on. This is what you want people to sign, and I'll show you why in just a minute. So first of all, put your 16 down and then glue it into place. So again, I'm using Tombow because I find that's quite a good glue and it sticks really nicely. So I'm going to put the 1 and the 6 just slightly one above the other, and then I'm going to do the 6. Okay, just glue that into place. And that's going to touch right up to the edge, because don't forget, with your canvas board and paper, you're going to have a nice border for that. Okay, so I've got that in place. Now my Mod Podge is virtually dry now, so I'm going to bring in my other sheet. You might find that it bubbles slightly, but when it dries totally, you'll find that that will go flat. But what I'm going to do to save time, I'm just going to take the sticky tape that I've actually put onto the back of this. This is a strong double-sided tape. So I'm just going to take this off. And then I'm going to lay that down onto this backing sheet. That's the only trouble with this really sticky double-sided tape, it can be really quite bad to try and pick off. Bit of perseverance. I tend to use my pokey tool, and I find that's a lot easier because sometimes I can't quite get underneath it with my nails. Okay, and then you just lay this onto your canvas, and I'm going to bring that up to the top slightly. Let's see if I pull this back again because I've moved it out of your way, haven't I? If I pull it down slightly, so I've got a border at the top. You can see the pattern paper along the top, and then I have a little bit of a border down the bottom. Now, because when you're, if you make one of these, obviously in a party you're going to have lots of photographs. So instead of putting photos on, because obviously I don't know what we're going to have at the moment, I'm going to lay down some just some photo frames that I've cut out. And what you want to do is you just want to lay them down as you think you're going to want to put your photos. So I'm just going to put them along the bottom here, just like so, and then possibly the birthday girl, or it could be a boy if you've got like an 18 or a 21st. You can just lay that one down at the top, just like so. And obviously when you have your photos down, you're not going to see any gaps. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And then, as I said, I made some flowers to go onto this project. If I just move this out of the way again, and I'll just bring in the flowers. And as you can see, this is the centre out of the backing paper I did with the Cricut, and then I cut some leaves out, and what I've done is I've just bent them. It's very similar to another project that I have on YouTube. I've just creased them in the middle just to give them a little bit of lift, to make it look a bit more natural. And then on the bird project I did, you can see how I made the backing, and I just put this through the paper crinkler. Then I've made another punch out with a card that sort of matches the backing sheet where the Sweet 16 is. And then with my paper clay, I've just made a centre for the flower, and this is just a very, very tiny rose. Okay, I'm going to leave this one white in this video. And then what you want to do is you just want to take a ball tool or something just to break the fibres down of your flowers. And you just make the petals just come up a little bit. See if I can bring this in for you. There we are. So you just keep rolling around, and you'll find that those petals will start to lift up a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it around that way and just go around it very slightly, sort of almost round the outside of the petal. And as you can see, it's sort of lifted up naturally now. And then again, with the centre, I'm just going to break those fibres down. So I'm just putting the ball tool all the way around until it curls up slightly. And then, as you can see, this is almost like a little heart. Each of those petals is a heart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that heart piece, and I'm just going to fold it in half until I get a little crease like that. And again, that's just to give the flower some texture. So I'll do that all the way round, just bending it in the middle. And then I'm going to pop it into my hand. And then with the ball tool, I'm just going to press down in the middle, and you'll find that that flower will start to curl up slightly in your hand. So what I want to do now is just put a little bit of Tombow just on the back of this flower. It's so warm here today that the glue is drying if I don't put the lid back on. And then I'm just going to get my little green base and stick that just over the glue. So I'm covering that hole up. Can you see? Just press that in. And then I'm going to put a little bit more glue just in the middle. Then I'm going to take my centre and press that in. Again, I'm just going to use the ball tool just to press it down a little bit. That way, hopefully the flower should pop up a little bit. Like so. And make sure that centre is offset, so you've got the petals coming in different ways. And then another little blob of glue just in the middle here. And I'm going to put my little rose that I've made out of paper clay just in the centre, and I'm just going to hold it there just for a minute. If you have any glue popping out, don't worry, because it will dry, and it'll dry clear. And then very carefully turn the flower over, and I'm just going to put just a little bit more glue on the back, and then I'm going to stick my leaf just into the middle and just hold it there just for a second, just until it takes. Okay. One of the things with Tombow is that it does dry really quickly. Oops, I say that and it will just fall to pieces again. So just pop that on there, hold it in place just for a second. I'm going to move my board back in again. Let's go back out, otherwise you're not going to be able to see it. There we are. Okay, so that's my board. And then what I'm going to do then is I've made some other flowers, which I'm just going to bring in just to show you. So I've made, there's 4 flowers here, so I've made 5 in all. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use some Tombow, and then I'm just going to go around, and then I'm going to just set a few of the flowers where I want them. So again, that's a matter of choice, you know, where you've decided that you want to put your photos, and then you can just put some flowers scattered around the frame. Oops, that one's still a bit wet. Okay, let's just use that extra glue. I think because the weather's quite hot today, I'm having trouble with this glue. It either gets stuck in the tube and doesn't come out, or it just comes out in a great big blob. So I'm just going to go around, and I'm just going to put lots of different flowers in different places. I think I might pop one just in the middle of the 6, because that would look quite good. And then one more, I think I'll just place just up here by the other photo frame. Okay, and as I said, I haven't stuck the photo frames down yet, because obviously I'd like to put some photos in. But as I mentioned earlier on, I cut out another 16. So what you want to do is you want to get this signed by you know, your child's friends, and then when it's signed, get some glue dots, the foam pads, and pop it all over. And then when it's ready, you can then just put it over the other 16, so you know exactly where it's going to go. Whoops, sorry, I've got glue on my fingers and it's catching. So hopefully that's another project for you to do, something a little bit different. I think it's quite a nice idea to sort of have a reminder of the special milestone birthdays that you have. You can do it for other different occasions, you know, it could be the birth of a baby, it could be a baby shower, wedding anniversary. There's so many different ways that you could use this. You know, you could cut out a big sentiment that says baby, you could put anniversary and get friends and families to sign that. I hope that's given you some ideas of some different type of crafts that you can do. Thank you very much for checking in with me today, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye for now.